So up next we have our next speaker, Dr. Juan Feng from the Department of Biosystem and Agriculture Engineering, where she is using the fungal to extract the valuable material from the plant waste. So welcome, Dr. Feng.
So good morning, everyone. My name is Juan Feng, and I'm from the Department of Biosystems and Agriculture Engineering. Today, I would like to share my research about bioleaching. When we think of bio, the microorganisms must be involved. So today, I will focus on the fungi-mediated bioleaching and specific to how the bioleaching improve the inorganic elements from the pie biomass. So before we start, I want to have a brief introduction about fungi. Do we have white person here? Or mushroom person? All these delicious things from fungi. According to its classification, the fungi can be separated to the yeast, moths, and also mushrooms. And for the yeast, most famous one is Saccharomyces. It can produce delicious wine. And for the mushroom, it is edible. But the molds is different with both of them. The molds is not edible. And its structure is like a dead layer under the microscope. And then it has hyphen, mycelium, and also huge of the spores. So today I'm gonna talk why we use the molds to do the bioleaching work, and why the bioleaching work is so important. Over the global world, there's over than 1 billion tons of the lignocellulosic biomass is produced every year, mainly about agricultural waste and also the forestry waste. So for these renewable and huge resources, how do we to manage it? In the past, the people just burning it in the where they from. So it caused a big waste and also the air pollution problems. But right now, we are considering the valorization of those waste into the high value added products. So the biorefining become a new strategy to solve this problem. Then we can use the biorefining and convert those waste into the bioethanol or the biogas. And also the thermochemical is the first step and also the most important step to finish this conversion. However, in the process, the presence of the inorganic elements from the biomass can cause corrosion or deposition problems during the conversion process, especially in the industrial scale. So before this process, we have to remove those elements from the biomass. So for the molds, such as Aspergillus niger, it can secrete some organic acid, such as oxalic acid and also gluconic acid. Those acids can help solubilize the metals from the pie biomass. And it can help to make a clean biomass before the treatment. So in my research, I did selected 3 Aspergillus niger to see the performance of them and select the best one. And I used the spawn to do the cultivation to get the cell pellet medium, and then separate by the centrifugation to separate the cell pellet and also the supernated. And then I use both of them to pre-treatment of the pie chips and needles. And for the pie chips and the needles, they have quite similar elements compositions. They are higher on calcium, iron, and also potassium and magnesiums. And for those elements, it can reduce the melting temperature of the ashes during the thermochemical process. And also the sulfur, it can cause the air pollution and also the reactor corrosions during the pre-treatment. So after the 72 hours of the bioleaching, we can notice that over than 80% of the sulfur and calcium, potassium and magnesium from the chips can be removed by aspergillus niger 2001. And also the over than 30% of the sulfur can be removed from needles by aspergillus 187 and 2001. And in compared to the cell pellet treatment, when we use a supernatant to do the treatment, can also notice that over than 80% of the sulfur, calcium, and potassium, magnesium from the chips can be removed by aspergillus 287, and 10% of the sulfur can be removed from needles by aspergillus 187 and 2001. So some conclusions can be made by our research. First of all, the aspergillus niger 187 and 2001 has the best performance compared to the aspergillus 1. And the cell pellet is actually more easier to prepare and also low cost compared to the supernatant. And also can improve that fungi-mediated bioleaching can improve the inorganic elements removed from the biomass. So this is a work we have done, but actually we are now doing some more optimization work, such as we try to optimize how the ratio of the biomass to the cell pellet, and we try to vary the concentration of cell pellet and to say what is the best ratio for this process. And also we try to see how the initial pH infect bioleaching, because different initial pH will infect what kind of acid or how many acid can be produced during the process. And also the cell pellet size. Now we are doing the pellet size is 1 millimeter. And we try to make the cell pellet bigger to see how it infects the process as well. At the same time, we also constructed and also assembled bioreactors. For these bioreactors, it can up to 5 liters for our batch scale process. And also we try to see how this pellet size can be reused and how many times it can be reused. So in my study, I did the feedstock using the biomass and mainly about how the applying the lignocellulosic biomass, but actually it can also used for various conditions, such as we try to recovering of the metal from the low-grade ores or the e-waste recycling or some rare earth elements recovery. And especially it can be used in extreme conditions such as extreme alkali conditions, the red mold, and also the extreme acid conditions, which is actually happening in Kentucky state, the acid mine drainage. We also try to construct more valuable things from those waste. So thank you so much. I would thanks to the funding of the department from Department of Energy and also the feedstock from the National Library and also the analysis from Kansas State University. Thank you for your attention.